like you're losing track. I know your heart bleeds. Don't lose your mind. Just let it be, let it be. Know you're dying inside. I know it gets harder, days get longer, but close your eyes, it's gonna be alright. I know it gets harder, and days get longer, but close your eyes, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Don't look back. I know you feel like you're losing track. I know your heart bleeds. Don't lose your mind. Just let it be, let it be. Know you're dying inside. I know it gets harder, days get longer, but close your eyes, it's gonna be alright. I know it gets harder, and days get longer, but close your eyes, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
Hello and welcome to the stream today. Sorry for this being a little bit late. It is 5 minutes late so far. So hello.
I'm trying to get to a point where we get like a big play.
Stream started, thank you. Alright, well anyway, we have some new casters with us here today. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Axios.
Hello, I'm Death Strider. That was
pretty good here. Today is going to be
that felt awkward. Okay, continue.
Today's gonna be Prospect Solo Ult Academy versus NTNS Gaming. This is in the upper division. Wondering if this is gonna be a good match or is it gonna be like one-sided today?
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, it's a great match. Good plays all around. Hopefully.
Yeah. I'm really excited about how June plays for this one. Really interested in that player.
Yeah, well, Prospect Salt Academy is been pretty good for the most part of this entire tournament, so I can only expect good things from them.
And I also wonder how the new update has been. Is it gonna change the meta?
Yeah, how will it affect people's gameplays? Now the Brigitte is nerfed. You might see less tracers than you normally do.
Yeah, pretty big oof there.
Dive might be more efficient with the Diva buff.
Alright, let's get into the game here. Alright, so we got a Genji. Okay. Really interesting.
They're looking like some... Here, wait, which side's which?
NTNS is blue.
Yeah.
Prospect is red.
Okay.
AOC seems kind of AFK. Alright, there we go.
So, pretty standard composition from NTNS. Real interesting from Prospect with really a ball. Don't see that too often nowadays. But let's just see how it plays out.
Winston is going to be jumping on the high ground. Diva trying to take the high ground, but...
Yeah, NTNS trying to control the high ground, keep it for themselves.
Ooh.
Whoever controls the high ground, they do control the game.
Oh, it is a trade though.
It's trading, but then Fallen Skies get another pick. Sunbun gets another pick onto Selfo. Looking like it's leading towards Prospect right now.
Very winnable for Prospect right now. It looks like they are going to be taking
how you say
this point here.
Uruzar, kind of giving them some free ult charge, but nothing too much. And first point will flip over to Prospect.
Can I get an F in the chat for NTNS, please?
Actually, it's been 5 seconds.
But anyway.
Chill out with the F in the chat. Okay,
already the F in the chat, boys.
Already.
Okay, we've seen N.
Seems like it's one-sided. One-sided is very split with their team.
Yeah. But, yeah, they're going in now. The pulse bomb comes out, not connecting to anyone. Oh, someone does get slapped, but wakes right back up. Flame gets picked off by June.
This is a really scuffed fight here.
God, this is a pretty... June is going in, getting some nice charge.
Or using the Coalescence for Prospect. Ooh.
Yeah, the Coalescence coming out now. Prospect is pushing in, trying to win this fight. NTNS does find the pick onto Kintama. The sound barrier coming out from Prospect, trying to keep them in the fight a little longer. And it looks like Prospect is going to push back NTNS for this fight.
Yeah, this is kind of one-sided from here.
Well, not too one-sided. I mean, there were picks coming out from both sides, but ultimately Prospect did get the final picks that really mattered.
Alright. NTNS, they do have a ult advantage here against Prospect.
Yeah, they do have 4 ults, but Prospect
Genji
is
comes
only
in with
having
the
2
Nano Blade here.
Flame getting a pick onto Fallen, going and killing June. The mines do come up, quickly destroyed. It's looking like a good push for NSTS. NTNS. I'm gonna mess up that name a lot. I apologize for that. Flame is getting a lot of kills. Really putting in work right now. And it will flip over to NTNS at this point.
Finally taking the point here.
Prospect does only need one more fight and they will take this point. So it's really about just managing ult judge right now. They don't want to go in, waste some ults, and then get punished.
Dang, TNS taking the high ground here. Oh, the Demon Bomb comes out. Does it catch anybody? It does catch the Ana here.
Great pick. They do lose a big healing. The nuke does come out from Rosar, not connecting out to anyone. The coal does come out, healing them up, and it looks like this could be any. Oh, Sunbun eats Selfo's pulse bomb. Math just does find the pick onto Project. Ooh, it does look like it. Picks are going from each team right now, but it does look like NTNS is going to come out of this fight with the win. Not the best. Prospect did use some ults they probably shouldn't have. They lost the blade. But neither team has actually no. June does have his mines, and no one on NTNS does have an ult, so there is an advantage for Prospect right now. But we'll see how it plays out.
Pulse bomb coming out, but absolutely gets nobody here.
Not finding any kills. June does put the mines out. Oh, and it's going everywhere right now.
Oh, a Genji Blade.
The Genji Blade. Oh, not getting any kills.
That's a bigger threat.
And it does look like Prospect is going to take this point, and it should be the last fight unless someone from NTNS does touch, and they do, causing overtime. Will anyone be able to make it back? It looks like Balamark will. How long can he stall for with 6 of Prospect on point? It's basically just trickling in. They really need an ultimate like Mathelite. Trying to push someone off the map. Oh, he misses the pulse bomb. Ults are coming out for Prospects just to secure it, make sure they don't lose. Flame does get picked by Project. Mathelite does kill off Dracares. Sofo goes down to his opposing Tracer. Mathelite ends up dying to Lucio.
Looks like this is going to be Prospect's fight.
Prospect is looking like they're winning this. The bomb finds no one. Probably their only chance to turn this around. Yeah, it's just stragglers now. They're trickling in one by one.
Oh, Genji Blade.
Coming out by game changing. And it is first point going to Prospect. Very good.
It was a very close fight though. NTNS only taking like almost 90% there. Really close fight.
Yeah, NTNS did hold it off for a decent amount. It did come down to just Prospect getting off some massive picks. The pick onto Kitama at the beginning of their fight really mattered. The NTNS had no healing. We are seeing some switch ups. Maybe a permanent change to Doomfist. Project going Mercy. Let's see if he'll stay on it. It would be an interesting pick to see Mercy and Lucio.
I'd rather not go that though. I mean, it's just in my
it's working out. Let the pros do what the pros think. So NTNS trying to take high ground. Both teams jumping to the high ground because, again, controlling the high ground is very important. Mathelite finds a kill onto Fallen Skies, but Dracares finds a kill onto Kitama, which is more important. Actually, no, it's an even trade on healers. But Kitama would put out more healing output than Fallen Skies. Dracares finds a pick onto Flame, but he's instantly picked off by Mathelite. And it looks like NTNS's tanks are just going to finish this off for them.
Yeah. NTNS, it's just the cleanup from here.
It was very nice.
Yeah,
well executed by NTNS. Have to give it to him. Seeing most of NTNS on top of the gazebo thing, the shrine. Prospect is going to go to the jump pad, trying to take high ground fast. NTNS is quick to jump up there though. Balamark gets picked off by Dracares. The fight's now on point. both teams trying to struggle for picks. Pulse Bomb does come out, not really getting any kills. Does help with the DMAC of Urza though. And yeah, Prospect's looking like they're gonna win this fight. It's just a Lucio and a Monkey, very easy picks, but June does get picked off by Mathlete, which makes it maybe he can stall for a little longer, but he does end up getting picked off by Sunbun.
It's just gonna be the cleanup for Prospect and leaving NC on 50% here. Oh, Genji using Blade early in the fight.
Blade does come after Carvis, does find a pick onto himself though, which is really big because without that Tracer there's not as much flanking potential. Probably has to pick off supports by themselves. June goes into the fight. Ooh, Jacavis does get picked off. Mathlete gets Falling Skies, but Diva Nu does come out, doesn't find anyone though. But NTNS is already ahead and kills so much. Flame finding off picks onto Project and the Tracer. I don't know how to say his name. But the point will flip back over to NTNS. Mathlete getting picks on Jacavis. They're really Prospect is really getting staggered right now.
Oh my god.
He eats the Pulse Bomb. Is that the second time? Or was it Prospect who ate the Pulse Bomb last time? Either way, these divas are very good. They clearly know how to bait out a Pulse Bomb to eat it.
Bro, they literally, like my level did.
Okay, Axios. Don't pat yourself on the back that much. Ballamok does come out. Oh, Ballamok gets picked by June. The Sound Barrier does come out by Falling Skies, which is going to help them win this fight. They have more health than the enemy team. Diva's demaxed. It's really just the tanks on Prospect's part. But they're going to flip it back over, but it is at 95%, which is very good for NTNS. This is the exact position that Prospect was in, and they managed to turn it around. So let's see if NTNS can do the same.
Yeah. It does look like the advantage of NTNS here. They do have an ult advantage, which is really good.
Yeah. Prospect though is controlling the high ground. It's gonna make it harder for them to take point because they're gonna have more line of sights.
Yeah. They're gonna try to take the high ground
jump up top. Orzhov finally killing the Falling Skies. That was a huge pick. The Blade coming out from Flame trying to get out for pick. Doesn't seem to find anyone. But Jacavis does get out there, little health. Sunbun's low, Mathlete gets the pick. Jacavis Flame. I want to stop talking right there. That was not good English by me. But it does look like NTNS is gonna possibly take this point. They are up so much kills. Mathlete finding kill after kill. Really is putting in the work for his team.
It's very winnable.
June going in, trying to just contest for as long as possible. Hopefully his team can get back in and find some picks. Nuke comes out from Urzar. Doesn't find a kill, but it does put good pressure so they can't get the point. Flame kills June. Kizuma kills Jacavis. Kizuma getting the pick on the Sunbun too. Flame killing Fallen Skies, and this is going to look like second point will go to NTNS.
This is a really close game actually. It's a pretty good game here. It.
Also, sorry if it sounds like there's like shooting going on the side. There's a lot of fireworks going on, so
oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
so whoops. Those are my neighbors.
I was gonna make a cringy joke, but I'm gonna refrain myself. This is gonna be a Fortnite related joke, so you really don't want to hear it, but as we're going to match point right now on this map, we're seeing both teams switch it up, bring out the Reinhardt. Oh, but NTNS does go back to the classic dive. They have been doing very good. Flame goes to an Echo, which would be fun to see with Prospect now running a Junkrat. It will be harder to kill Echo. Tracer will still do decent work in a map where Echo can't fly as high as she normally could. Both go to the high ground.
Oh my god!
Instant
What is this move?
Oh my god! Getting the triple kill with his boob. That is impressive. That guy
immediately
teaching every Lucio player. It was instant, it was fast. They're gonna stagger Stunbun.
Wait, hello? Is that
up.
Moth here?
Moth?
Hello?
Moth has entered the chat. But it is gonna go to NTNS first.
Stuffle, they'll be taking out Tracer.
So Prospect going back to a classic dive, but still with the Junkrat, which might be interesting. Stuffle and Flame probably can deal with him pretty well.
I don't think Junk is working on this.
It's been 5 seconds. I mean, Junk's a good character. You have to know how to play him. I don't think you can be diving the way that Prospect is diving, especially to the high ground, where Balamok again gets another boop onto June. Flame
That's not a Doom, that's a
Winston.
Winston.
What? Okay.
Never mind.
yeah, not too late. But NTNS does hold off point again. Very good for them. You have to think that Prospect might want to change something up.
The Junk?
Yeah, something. Do not want to call out anyone. I mean, the Junk will be viable. They have the Vegeta, they have the Junk.
First fight, so
yeah.
maybe they need something to
But we're
protect their back.
quickly shut down by Balamok though. Okay, Sunblood getting the first pick onto Mathlete, and with Mathlete gone, a lot of damage is also gone because he's not getting the Chain Lightning. Sunblood getting the other pick onto Kitama. The nuke coming out from Sunblood.
The bomb.
Not find anyone, but it is demeching Urzar, who then sends his own nuke out, who also
Oh my god.
the clone pulse bomb,
Insane
getting 2 picks onto Jakari's and Fallen Sky, and it is looking like it might go back to NTNS. Jakari's going to Genji now. I think it was a little late on the swap. Not much they can do now. They don't have ults. June is the closest one to ult. I think where Prospect messed up, I think they were diving with the Brigitte, which is good, but they were diving onto the high ground where Brigitte couldn't get to. Jakari's is going to be the one to touch. Kitama finally pick onto the project. Jakari's going to get quickly shut down. Oh wait, no he's not. Because June's going to pop Primal Rage to push everyone away. Jakari's dashes in the air, hopefully there's. Jakari's gets a pick onto Flame. Sunblood does get demaxed. Mathlete gets Pulse Bomb stuck, but doesn't kill him. But does put him at half HP. June gets picked off, and Mathlete gained 2. And NTNS, the tanks are hard carrying this right now. I mean,
that first round
especially Mathlete, he kept getting pick over pick over pick. And everything else could have reset the PC.
Let's go. He's got that Ento Core
You know it, yeah. This is like some red shell shit.
Boop there.
That is amazing.
Really insane here. Really good game.
It was a very good game from both teams. Hopefully we might see I was hoping to see some more brawl comps and less dive, since you see dive so often in like Overwatch League and contenders, but I mean Prospect Showdown's just so much better than those two combined. It's just so Anubis does seem to be the next map coming out. Now what I like about
anyways, that was taken for NC. That was a good game. The 2 rounds were really close games. But
the last round
third round
a little more one-sided. Yeah. First 2 though, back and forth. It was really good. Jakari's does get subbed out for.
Yeah, because he was thrown.
If I try to say the name, I'm gonna get called racist, so I'm not gonna say it.
Oh my.
But I mean, like, Anubis coming out, and my favorite part about Anubis is a very good Sigma map. Hoping to see the double shield poke comp. You might see 2 snipers. Personally, I would do that, so. But who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you never know what they're gonna run, especially when.
I mean, with both teams being so good at dive, they could do anything, I think.
So maybe they might change something up here with this sub. Maybe they might change their comps a little bit more.
Yeah, I am a little, yeah, because you have to think that has to be the reason, because Jakari's was doing so much work as Genji. Might be something a hit scan player, who knows?
Alright, I could just place y'all's bets in the chat and.
Everyone put down $5 on the team they're gonna win. We'll distribute it at the end. For legal reasons, it's a joke. We cannot distribute money. At least not in the state of Texas. Any other state is fine.
This Strider gambling in the chat.
The strats.
Gambling in the chat. But I mean, it's close. Good game so far. Was surprised to see the Junkrat pick. Kind of put a kill switch right there, didn't he? I hope Kill Switch isn't watching.
Let's just hope.
Oh, I'm gonna shout the stream out to our Discord.
Now there is going to be no, there isn't going to be a sub. I think for NC.
Mathlite does come back, which is good because I feel like he was carrying his team through most of it. I mean, second point, it was the tanks. I feel like the tanks of NTNS are really putting in the work.
Yeah, really much.
I mean,
and I really like Genji gameplays from both teams. Like they had their pop-off moments.
Since Genji got the buff, you do see him more in a competitive scene, which is very fun as someone who likes to play Genji. Because for the longest time, it was a spice pick to use him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna send it to an ad break right now because oh wait, never mind. We are actually gonna get into the
both
match
teams
here,
are ready.
There we go.
So no ad break yet.
No ads yet. We don't get money. It feels bad. Speaking of, don't have ad block on. We need the money, and it goes to our prize pool. They need the money.
They need your money, guys. Okay.
Exactly.
What was I gonna run here? I'm actually like really curious.
I am actually pretty curious because as much as people hate 2CP, I love 2CP. I'm mad that I don't get to play Paris in competitive. Because as someone who only plays competitive, they took it out so fast I never actually got to play it. But we do see a father from NTNS, which is a little interesting. But I do get the Widowmaker, which is going to be good. They got the Junkrat again. No, different team with the Junkrat.
This is interesting.
No, same team.
Same team with the Junkrat, but it's a different player.
Different player, yeah.
And
let's just hope that.
Well, if you've seen some of the other
June is going to a DPS, which is great. That is allowed, and is encouraged because here at Prospect, we encourage you.
That's it. We just encourage.
We just encourage you. Doesn't matter what, we'll encourage you.
Yes.
Unless it's a crime. Even then.
Top 500 player, by the way. Just FYI.
Okay. We are seeing the classic Ryan Zarya come out. Oh, Historian almost getting killed. Got the headshot.
Someone get okay. Let's see.
Oh, Suffolk
just brought here. I want to see
getting the pick. Oh, Flame getting the pick on the Fallen Skies. Prospect is going. Flame popping off.
Ooh.
Does get 3 kills, sending Prospect.
Oh, now it's just gonna be really hard to choose who's gonna be the MVP now. So many players
popping off a ton, honestly.
Yeah. They're sticking with the Junkrat, even though they have follow Widowmaker and dive.
Okay, wait, June does.
I mean, I'm not as good as them, but.
Ooh, the Widow 1v1 here. The Widow duel here. But Junk does have a disadvantage though. I'd switch the Junk to something else.
Yeah.
It's really hard counter.
You get the pick again instantly. Still waiting. I'm gonna still wait on the switch because I don't think Prospect can do anything with the Junkrat. I think if they were going to be diving to a specific area, but NTNS is playing so.
Wait, doesn't Brian coach Prospect?
I think so.
Yes.
Brian, what are you teaching your players? Come on, my guy.
Oh my god.
Running Junkrat into Fallout.
They're still gonna keep the Junk here. Wonder why.
Very interesting.
Well, now they're doing it a little bit differently here. We are gonna see him just push straight into the team. instead.
June gets the pick
we're
on the
also
ball
gonna
him off
see a pick
instantly,
from
which
him
is
as
gonna make
well.
Flame not have any healing basically. Kizuma also goes down, so no healing for NTNS. But Selfo and Flame getting 3 picks. Nuke comes out, finds no one. Matholite does pop his ult, and does look like NTNS might hold this. Even without the supports, there's just such a strong team where they can hold it without them. Matholite is popping off though, I'll say it. As a Winston player, respect. Oh. Fallen Sky's just going straight in.
Ooh. Oh, Junk does get on the Pharaoh though. Wonder how he did that.
Does get picked on the Pharaoh, but then instantly gets picked by Matholite again. Matholite does get
okay.
And Fallen Skies. Prospect not getting a point, there they go. Matholite's still alive though, maybe he's gonna try and find the pick onto June. Does go in. Tries to... Uzo does find the pick on the Sunburn, allowing NTNS to get an opening to push back in, try to reclaim point. And they do. Prospect doesn't even get a pick. But they do have the Junkrat ult now, so maybe if they can get like 1, maybe 2 with that, it's gonna be a nice opening. But I mean, we clearly just saw that NTNS doesn't need the supports as much as Prospect does. June does try to go for the pick onto Selfo, but isn't managing to find anything. Flame is antied in the sky with the Quiet does find Kizuma, which is pretty good. Flame is fighting for the Diva. He pops Nuke. Doesn't find any picks and then gets picked when he's Baby Diva. Flame does use ult, does find Sunbun.
Flame. Popping off here.
I think Prospect needed to... I think they're having some problems with switching. As we saw last round, they switched the Junk too late. Project is going to be able to touch point. Does give himself up a little bit too early. Fades right moment so he doesn't get nuked. Does find the pick on the...
I see a lot of trades here.
Pick on the Flame. Matholite does find the pick on the Project though, because someone gets rezzed. Fallen Skies goes down to Matholite. And Matholite gets another pick. He's really doing a lot. I mean...
Wow.
This is going to be very difficult for Prospect to... They can't even win, they have to tie.
I mean, I think Prospect has really good players. I think they just got the wrong coach. I mean, Brian is just...
Say for legal reasons, that's a joke. No, I think... Last round we saw Sunbun on the Diva, and I think he should have stayed on the Diva, because... I mean, again, these players are definitely better than me, but from my experience...
But not better than me.
You can't really be good at both dive... Axios? Okay. Let's see what I am... From Prospect, I assume they're going to run double shield. Either double shield or a classic dive.
Okay.
The double shield does come out with a Torbjorn.
Aretsa popping off with the 360s here.
Very nice to see the Torbjorn. Would have liked to see Torb Bastion, but that's only a Plat player's opinion, so take that with a grain of salt. But
at least Flame is going back to the Echo. I honestly like seeing Echoes, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. It is a shame though, because it's going to get counted by Torb, kind of, if they play correctly.
That being said though, Flame was popping off with that.
Flame was doing a lot, but also wasn't being counted too much. June just couldn't get the picks off to him. That's needed. June is going to be playing back, hopefully get some quick snipes. But NTNS is going to run classic dive and just jump straight on the point probably.
They are going high ground though. Sombra just trying to see.
He got slept. Because Balamak is going to go try to kill Fallen Skies. Fallen Skies does get picked. Playing out of position, he should have jumped back as soon as they went up there.
Not sure
Prospect is down to healing. Uzo does find the pick on the June. Mathlete does get picked off, but it's too late. Selfo finds 2 onto the tanks. Sombra with a tank destroyer. And it looks like game 2 is going to go to NTNS. Much better performance. I mean, both teams had good performances first round, but NTNS really shined right now.
Yeah, it was. This game was really one-sided.
Flame, of course, going to be the play of the game. I think, if I recall correctly, it's going to be a triple at the beginning. Yes, it is. Yeah, this was a big problem too. They funneled into that tiny room where Flame could just do massive damage. Even if he didn't find a pick while they were in the tiny room, the damage he did was just so massive that they couldn't really out-heal it and fight the other team. Every single card goes to NTNS.
Yeah. Let's see if they do make any switches here.
So we are going to be crowning a MVP for this match and everything. So far,
yes.
What do you guys think? Including the chat, what do you guys think as well?
Yeah, chat, what do you think? Who should the MVP be?
Yeah.
We would love your input in helping us make this difficult decision because so many players are popping off.
Yeah, so who
But
do you
personally,
guys think? Who do you guys think?
as of now, Mathlete for NTNS is looking very good.
Flame
Either
has been
him or
doing
Flame.
a ton.
Flame, yeah. Flame did a lot more this round than he did first game, but both players doing amazing.
I feel like Flame is like the pop-off king. However,
Yeah.
Mathlete is definitely consistent.
I think it's a tag team. I think Flame is pointing out the damage and Mathlete is just cleaning up, and they're both doing so much work.
True.
Dorado coming out as the next map. Very interesting map. Hopefully we see both teams run Ryan Zarya because
Yeah, I don't
as
like
much as it's
dive.
fun to watch pros play dive, it's boring.
It's also boring
Dive
to
is-
see double shield. I'm not a fan. Even
I
with
like
some
double
others.
shield. I think double shield allows more characters to be played, such as Torbjorn. I feel like if you weren't running double shield, Torbjorn wouldn't be as viable.
True.
Like 3K saying Mathlete for.
I want someone to pull out Bastion though. Pull out. Yo, if they just played Protect the President, they'd win.
If only, dude.
Just saying, I've had very good experience in my low elo games with Bastion comps. But Historian does get subbed out for Dracarys, which really fun to see Dracarys come back in because he was doing a lot on Oasis. I feel like his Genji I think he was just out Genjiing Flame. Maybe he could have out forward Flame, who knows, we would have saw, but we didn't. But third game does start up now.
I feel like they're gonna run dive again. I don't know why. I just have a feeling.
I mean, NTNS, I see running dive. It's working out for them, especially Mathlete on Winston. I don't think I think the play for Prospect right now is just to go anti-dive. Get a Reaper, get a May, maybe Vine Zarya or like Vine Sigma.
Yeah, I feel like they're still trying to find their place right now. I don't think they're doing too much.
Yeah, just struggling to find their footing. I think they tried to beat NTNS at their own game. It didn't work out for them too well.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try to do a reverse sweep here.
They're going back to what they originally were doing, but they do bring out the Pharah, which is good to see, which won't be too helpful though, since Kitama and Selfo are both on pretty good Pharah counters.
Okay.
I would like to see June. If June can go behind them, if they set up high ground and June goes behind and pushes them off, that would be nice.
Anyways, shout out to Water Esports for being the most dominant team in the intermediate
For being the
division.
best casters in the world. We might not be good players, but we can sure as hell cast. What am I saying? What we're doing bad. Guys, let's go to the Genji pick. I do like seeing the Sigma Reinhardt. I enjoy those comps a lot because it's still Brawl, but also double shield. June does go up, try and push them down, doesn't get the results he was hoping for, and...
Who needs a widow when you got the Sigma?
Is it okay to say just Asian name?
No. Yeah, sure.
No,
You can say Asian.
Do you know how to pronounce that?
Dude, I don't know.
Wow, yeah.
I asked for pronunciations, some teams didn't give me them. Very unfortunate.
That's his fault then.
Yeah, exactly.
He wanted us to pronounce it properly, he could have gave us the pronunciation. June going up top. They're trying to take the high ground. NTNS does have to fall back here. There's a lot of pressure from Prospect right now with the Farah.
I think they're just giving this face to bring him back down, though. I mean, they can do a
Yeah,
lot.
I think, yeah. Makes sense because I feel like with the comp that NTNS is running, it would be better to fight in this type of area. Flame does get the first pick off the Sunbun. Tries to get the pick on to Farah, doesn't seem to manage though. Orzar does find the pick on Fallen Skies, which leaves them with only one healer being Mercy. Flame getting the pick on Jakare.
They're C9ing, they're like...
It's not really C9ing if they're not pushing the card.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know, but
the
like...
opposite of C9ing. They're just not doing anything.
You must forgive my friend Axios, he says C9 a lot. It's basically burned into his brain. He has recurring nightmares of times he's been C9'd. Tragic. I think if Prospect was to go Zarya Monkey, I think that would be very effective because they have nothing to stop Monkey's damage. They can't eat it with Sigma, they can't block it with a shield. Jakare does get picked off right away. And you know, the bubble always helps.
There's just not enough healing.
Jakare gets res, yeah.
For Prospect.
I think because Prospect is running the pharmacy, they're giving less heals to, especially the Carves, which he does get the Nano Blade though, does find Flame, does find Balamok. This might be the push that Prospect was hoping for. Selfo gets the pick on the Farah, but not before Farah kills Mathalete.
Dude, AOC bringing out the Glock
this can go to either team, but June does pick off Orzar.
AOC just
I love to see,
AOC
killing Selfo. The Dragons does come out by Flame.
Okay.
Mine's coming out by June. June at
Prospect
1
does
HP. Kizuma does get picked off, but Jakari's does pick off Kizuma in return. Jakari's then picks off Flame. Yeah, oh, gets picked by Selfo. Flux does come out, putting Fallen Skies at very low health. Project gets a nice spin res off the Jakari's and somehow lives at very low HP.
Selfo just not putting in that damage right now, even though he was popping off earlier.
Jakari's, they should not have subbed him out, especially if they were going to do the same thing, being Junkrat and then staying Junkrat for way too long. I think Jakari's definitely could have done more.
I think they just drunk their G Fuel.
Dude,
are you guys paying
for G Fuel? We do gamer subs here.
What is that?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, as you can see, Death Strider being retarded in the chat.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't drink G Fuel here, though.
You don't no G Fuel allowed.
Mathlete does jump up top, trying to take a high ground, met with both tanks. So Sunbun doing the 1v1 with Mathlete does back off though, because he's less than half HP.
I feel like
Nano Blade does come out from Jakari's, kills Self-Low, breaks the immortality, finds Flame, kills Mathlete.
Getting 4 kills, trying to get that Diva as well for the 5th. Let's go, dude.
Insane.
That was a very nice spot.
Or is he just gonna stagger? Nah, she's just gonna kill him.
What I feel about Prospect, I feel like they're relying too much on their DPS to pop off.
Yeah. They're relying too much on Jakari's. I feel like the other DPS like average, is putting in pressure, but I don't think he's finding as much kills as Jakari's is finding.
Yeah.
I think they're struggling with the team-up mentality that NTNS has with Mathalete and Flame. As you see, Mathalete does find out Sunbun.
Where's she? Oh.
Doomfist does get Vez, but Mercy does die in the process. Jakari's finds the picks on the Selfo. Kizuma does kill June. He just like comes up, voice crack. Flame does kill Doomfist. Mathalete does kill Jakari's. At this point in time, it's a match point for right now, and they do get the Reaper, which is good because Reaper is nice.
I mean, we should have probably seen that a while ago, but I mean, because NTNS picked defense.
Mathalete doing so much work on Monkey, just Reaper should have came out.
Yeah.
I think we can expect Reaper on defense though, as an instant pick.
Well, a lot
Blade does coming out from Jakari's. June finding the pick onto Kitamo, which is huge.
Prospect.
Because Kitamo just used Rally. Nuke does come out to see if we can find one. Doesn't find anyone. Almost gets June though. Sunbun at a very low HP. He's gonna need some healing. Ballmark does get picked by June. June... I feel like if they were going to mirror match, Prospect might be winning this, but June is doing a lot of work with the ball. I was trying to stall for as long as possible. It does look like Prospect is going to take this point though, it's just a trickling in thing now.
No, they're gonna back off completely now. NTNS is not really on the ropes there.
Wait, McCree? Really interesting.
Well, it's probably to stop that Genji in all honesty.
Yeah.
Stelfo,
I mean, Matt
the hit scan
is playing
master
a lot
in this
with.
match, honestly. We're only seeing, like...
Are we about to say, how many Nano Blades has Prospect done? I feel like they might be on the 4th or 5th.
That's just
Like, honestly, Falling Skies and Recover is just... It's a Nano Blade to push, I feel like. Flame does find the pick into Sunbun. Not... Oh, I was about to say not good for Prospect, because...
Boy,
the
that
NTNS
5K!
is now running an anti-dive.
Yo, who
So-
invited Nikros to the game?
Nikos has entered the chat. June does find the pick into Uruzai.
They're gonna have a lot of ults to combat this now. They can even try to nano that Genji
Yeah, they
again.
have 4, almost 5 ults. They nano... Who they nano?
They didn't nano anyone yet, but now they've nanoed the, I think
Ah,
it was,
that's-
Wow, this guy's popping off today.
yeah.
So yeah, Dracare should have been in the last game. I feel like it would have been a much different game.
Yeah.
It was
Just looking like
one-sided
MVP
earlier,
so far.
but now it's actually becoming a bit more of a game.
Yeah.
Much more interesting. A little bit of a slow start, but finishing it off with a punch to NTNS's comp right now. They tried to go anti-dive, but that just didn't work. Mathlete gets the pin onto Reaper, but he does end up getting rezzed. Falling Skies and Project are both out of the fight because they got booped off. Flame finding the pick onto Reaper again.
Both their DPS are down
Nuke
right now.
does come
Prospect.
out, does find
Okay.
June.
Very
Somehow.
winnable for both teams, though.
It does look like this might go to NTNS because it's just Sunbun and Fallen Skies right now. And they both go down. Reaper not gonna have enough time to get back, and they're gonna be held right in front of third point.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
hard, dude.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's a close one.
I mean, it just took them a tad bit to find their footing. I mean, after they did that, it was pretty good.
I think their first and second map, Prospect was just running the same thing. Wasn't working out really much, but on third map they did switch it up a little bit.
I think once they stop using Junkrat, they win.
Yeah.
I mean,
They did switch their comps and got a better performance there.
if you want to run Junkrat, you have to make sure you're playing how Junkrat is required.
Yeah.
I mean, if we remember last point of Oasis, they ran dive, but they also had the Junkrat Brigitte, where NTNS was so smart that they held up top, where if Prospect was to dive them, the Junkrat and Brigitte wasn't going to get value. Very smart way to make sure that 2 players were basically out of the fight before it starts.
Yeah.
We do see the Sombra from Prospect.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really big switch here. But,
Both teams staying with the same thing. Although we are seeing Sunbun back on the Diva now. I think if June was to go, if they had Monkey Diva, oh wow.
AOC's
Insane.
gonna have
Good.
to try to get him
Oh,
back.
finally doing something.
Overstepping the
No.
boundary. though. AOC gets
Fallen
picked
Skies
off.
does get a pick onto Flame.
Wow, Shuffle popping up with the
Shuffle
Widow.
getting the pick onto Kavis again. This man is a god. June does slam in, does get hit. Oh, that was that's not good, June. And Mathlete's just gonna go in there with basically no tanks.
That's a
He
lead.
can just clean up.
Just doing what he does best.
Doing what he does best and pressing left click. Every monkey. But hey, I think it would be in Prospect's best interest to go anti-dive now. They try to beat NTNS at their own game, and it's just not working out for them. Mathlete does win the pick onto Sombra. But Sombra is very far behind on ult charge compared to the rest of the game. By the point she gets it, all of NTNS's ults might be used and not actually get value.
Really low, but not dying though.
Jakari is going to Torbjorn. That's interesting.
That's I wonder why.
Throw pick? Question mark.
Might be really salty.
Save a bomb.
That's
it's
interesting.
Nobody.
The bomb does hit go no one. Flame does find the pick on the project, and then Jakari's falls. The Dwarf Turret is still alive, I'll give him that.
That's pretty good performance.
But Sombra just struggling to find ult charge, hasn't gotten to 1 EMP yet.
Yeah,
Sunbun going on to Monkey, which
insane.
Mathlete getting the pick on the funds, guys, make him staggered.
What if I did XQC?
XQC has entered the game.
Alright, they're not.
I mean,
pushing
Mathlete
hard,
really is doing a lot right now. I think that's the problem. I think Mathlete is just causing too much chaos, and Jakari's does get the pick onto Selfo though.
I think Drag should switch back to Genji. He had more.
I think he was doing
Genji.
more work on Genji. Although, I think the Sombra needs to be switched. I think the Sombra should go like either Reaper or Mei just to help with the anti-dive. I mean, he finally builds up his EMP, but after how long? Like, and how long will it be till he builds up his next EMP? The bomb does come out. It looks like it might be huge. Does find Falling Skies. If it wasn't for the EMP, does come out with a nanoed Sunbun.
Oh, these are a lot of ults here.
Soundbarrier does come out, but with nanoed Monkey, it gets shredded instantly. But Flame getting the pick on the Sombra, Urzar getting the pick onto Project. Does look like NTNS will take this point as well. Very interesting. Sunbun does find a pick onto Flame.
Oh, they do switch a Reaper though.
Does get the Reaper, which I feel like is a little delayed. After the first fight, when he was like less than 20% in EMP, might have swapped. Prospect does come back in, and they're trying to hold this point. Selfo gets 2 picks. Very nice. Sunbun does kill Mathlete.
Ball just trying to die to the Widow, but Widow does get away.
I think Prospect's main problem is a lack of damage blocking. I think NTNS has the Diva Matrix and the shield, while Prospect only has the Winston shield, which isn't a lot. Flame does take out Jakari's turret, which is going to put less pressure. June is just getting
It is a trade. It's Selfo popping off.
Selfo does get Falling Skies though. Nuke does come out, finds no one, maybe a little too far. Kitama does kill Jakari's. Mathlete does get Reaper, which is... Selfo does get picked by the Molten Core though. Mathlete finding Project. Could be... With the rest of Prospect almost back, this could be a hold for Prospect if the tanks can just live. June finding the pick onto Lucio, going to be very helpful. Reaper does TP up top, trying to get a pick off, doesn't seem to find anyone. Wraith's out. Mathlete going in with Primal Rage, trying to separate them. Flame cloned Torbjorn, which is not the best if you're Prospect. The Molten Core is going to deny them a lot of space.
Oh.
Soundbarrier does come out, but June dies a little too fast. But 5 of Prospect still alive, and this could be a hold for Prospect. Flame does find Reaper, but Project does find Flame. So nice trade out. Prospect does have spawn advantage.
Prospect actually holding this second point here. see. They holding them for like 2 minutes.
If they can hold for 30 more seconds, this could be very winnable. The major. Oh, Nuke coming out. The Death Blossom finds two though, but the bomb finds Project.
Wait, it's a reverse. No, not after that.
Nah, don't let them see 9. Oh, Kitama finds 2 on both DPS.
Ball. Just kidding.
It did look like Prospect was gonna hold this, but Kitama kills both DPS, leaving Prospect without a lot of damage. Falling Skies does get pressured by both Valamak and Uruzar. Mathalete finds Project, both supports are down for Prospect. They are committing ults, which I wouldn't follow them. I think they don't. I think NTNS doesn't have a lot of time, and committing ults now won't give you an ult for later.
There's a lot of space to do work here.
June committed another ult. I think they're trickling in. They went back to Junkrat. Right, they were doing so well with Reaper, and then they go back to Junkrat. Flame killing Project. Selfo killing June.
Ooh.
They will take it with 1.5 minutes to go. And I would have said Prospect could have easily hold this, but they used all of their ultimates. Yeah. They trickled in, used the ult, and didn't get much value with it. And since it was overtime, it's not like they were taking off time.
This is kind of bad though.
Going Roadhog.
Prospect, they're going junk here.
They're going Junkrat, Roadhog, Torb. Very interesting comp. I hope it works, because this would be very fun to see how it works. Kitama up top by himself, but without a dive character. Nuke does come out. Doesn't find anyone because of the immortality. The clone, just because of the Roadhog being alive, the clone gets a lot of value. Killing Junkrat, June does go down, and it looks like NTNS will just full sweep right now. They might get one more fight, but not with their entire team. Chikare's will be delayed, which is a shame because he does have Molten Core. Fallen Skies might get picked. They are forced to use the Immortality Field a little early. Flame finds Fallen Skies. Sunfront does get picked off. They do commit the Sound Barrier, which they kind of have to. Junkrat finds the pick onto Lucia, which is very good, because they were almost at the Sound Barrier. The Molten Core does come out, denying Mathalete to get to the rest of the DPS. Selfo, though, finding pick after pick, only to be shut down by Project. This could go either way, but Mathalete is nanoed. And we saw what Mathalete did before he was nanoed. You have to assume how much he's going to do now that he is nanoed.
Ball just staggering.
Sunbun is just trying to hold. June just jumped. Mathalete does find June, Kizuma finds Junkrat, and this does look like it's going to be 3-0 to NTNS. Very good plays by both of them, I think.
Prospect barely holding there.
Barely holding on, and it does flip over to NTNS. Very good on both of them. I think both teams, great performances. I think not as good as a performance from Prospect second game, but they did come back and did do a really good performance. And overall, I don't think it was as one-sided as it looks in the finishing score, but
wow.
Chikare's is just very good. So now we pick the MVP, do we? I already know who I think the MVP should be.
From NC, I'm pretty sure I know who's.
Who just left? Oh, most of the Prospect just dipped. So.
Yeah, I think they know that they're not gonna get the MVP pick.
They already know that.
But
So what team do you wanna?
For NC, I think Mathalete did.
Mathalete, yes, 100%. How long do the mini interviews go on? How many questions should we ask?
We'll ask like maybe 3 to 4 questions, and then from there we'll do that. But
I'd like to know who trained this man. Who's his coach? I want that coach.
Me.
Access. Don't talk. We know you're not coaching anyone.
I am a top 500 coach.
I'll message him real quick and then see if he's okay.
See if he joins. Oh, another person left from
Prospect.
Well, soon we won't have many people to pick from Prospect.
Yeah. I'd say Drac for Prospect.
Yeah, I have to say that. I was gonna say either Sun Bun, but then Sun Bun left. Because he was doing work. I think June should not have been on ball as much as he was. While he was putting in a lot of work at times, I think it wasn't as much consistent work.
Yeah.
But you just, I mean,
Jack is a really good player. I think he's not very flexible on DPS heroes.
well, no, we only saw him play Genji, but that's all he needed to play. I think he did really good on Genji.
Yeah.
And did pretty good on Torbjorn too, for being, well, Torbjorn.
Yeah.
Would have liked to see Prospect going high level English from.
Okay.
I mean,
Seems pretty
Prospect. I think they kept trying to beat NTNS at their own game, but they just couldn't.
good. Yeah.
NTNS was really good. I think their dive is just all
I
they
see.
needed to do.
Alright, let's try to interview Jack.
Let's do Jakari's first then.
I don't know how to say his name. Jack carries? Or Track carries?
Jakari's.
Okay.
Flame is the second in line for
Yeah.
MVP. I mean, his
It wasn't
Brava
for-
game too,
Yeah.
very good.
All right.
If it
Well,
wasn't
I'll get
for-
the
You get Jack in
first.
here.
Yeah, I'll get the first guy in here then.
Alright.
Axios. Big
Hello,
question. Oh,
Hello.
Dracaris. How you doing?
Pretty good.
All right. So how'd you feel about the match?
First off, I feel like their Genji Flame was like really bad because he tried to solo blade me.
Like
The
I
trash
call
talk
out
already.
Ooh, already
He
the
tried to-
trash talk.
Already.
tried to-
your team that got 3-0'd though?
Yeah, but he tried to solo blade me and he didn't get me.
Unfortunate.
So I don't know.
That's
They're
reasonable.
Wait,
That's
another.
reasonable.
All right.
their Widow
Jack,
player. What?
if you went up with
I haven't
Genji
finished
1v1,
this
do you think we did easy like 5-0
I would
or
be
something?
confident. Yeah.
Oh, we should set that up.
All right.
I
so-
think their Widow player and their main tank were like really really good. Like I couldn't do anything. I was in Genji when they were on Widow because of
Yeah,
anytime I tried to dive on her, their Winston just peeled for him.
Yeah,
And there's like nothing I could have done there, so I just went Torb.
that's fair.
What do you
But,
think you should have done to try to get a win? I phrased that so badly.
I feel like I switched to my best hero in that like pick right there, because I don't know, if I went something else like Hanzo, I just would have gotten Dove, even though I have Storm Arrow. But I feel like Torbjorn makes up for
But Torb was a good
damage.
pick. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes up for the damage, and their Widow had like a hard time hitting me because I was strafing. So I won a couple of the duels.
Well, what do you think the biggest synergy? It doesn't like the biggest synergy was tonight, right? So it doesn't need to be on your team. It can be on either team. Like, what do you think the biggest synergy was?
I think it's the core that they formed with their Widowmaker, making sure that she just didn't die.
Mm. Yeah.
And then, yeah, just she was like impossible to kill.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This
How
will
do
be
you
the last
feel
question.
about being benched second game? Do you think you would have done better?
I was actually at like 150 to like 300 ping the entire
Oh.
first game, so I had to fix some stuff anyways.
Yeah, well, you did pop off a lot afterwards, so you definitely
Yeah.
did
You
better
pop off
after
after.
you didn't have the 300 MS.
Yeah.
ping, so you know what can you
Once
do?
the bad pain was gone, he popped. It's
It's
crazy. It's almost like pain helps you be better.
Well, anything under like 150 is usually manageable, but I was like constantly mid team fight like 200 plus. But then, yeah, I got at like 90 ping after.
Okay.
One more question. Do you have anything to say to NTNS Gaming?
I think they played that really, really well. But if they need a new Genji player, hit me up.
Okay.
Well, that's
that's all.
the amount of questions for you. So thank you for joining.
Thank you for doing the interview.
Yeah,
Very
no
nice
problem.
insight.
All right. Well, we
Did
should probably
the
get in.
NTNS just leave?
I think so. But we'll try to get in Math Elite here if we can, that is.
He
If
is still on the Discord call, so if he's still AFK, let's interview Flame. See what he has to say that Jacaris trashed him, so.
Well, let's try to get either one of them into here.
Either one, yeah.
I'll quickly go into one of their calls and see what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, so we do have Mathlete. We are gonna get him in here right now.
Nice.
So hey, Mathlete, how you doing?
Fine, and you?
Doing well myself. How do you think today's game was?
We're like pretty bad, or we don't have, like, we didn't get the vacation, and we were like a little bit sleepy. But I mean, we won, and that's good.
Coming from the team that 3-0'd Prospects
3-0'd
Academy, so I
Prospect, yeah.
mean,
Very humble.
very very humble. What can you do?
Yeah, we did a lot of practice, so that's helped a lot for this. I mean, and yeah, we got some good strategies for the maps, so I think that's why we won that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, your monkey was. It was very good.
For real, I was
Fantastic.
lagging so hard. I got like 100 on latency. So when I was chasing the Lucho, it was like never at the same place. That was impossible to do something. But I mean, I did my job, and yeah.
You did do your job, as a fact.
So, what do you think your biggest synergy was? It doesn't need to be on your team; it could be on the other team. So, what do you think the biggest synergy of the match was?
I think Flame did well actually with his with his Farah. He was really good on her. And Balmalak did great also with the triple whoop on Oasis. But I think like everybody on my team played well. The Genji on the other team was really good actually. They got to blade every single fight. That was really hard on Dorado. But I think we were just better on team, so that's why we won this.
Well, who do you think your most valuable player is? I mean, besides from yourself, obviously, the crowned MVP. So, who do you think your most valuable player is?
That's a good question. I think, I think Flame. Like, okay, this Genji was bad, but I mean, for the other pick,
everyone's calling out Flame now.
Yeah. He's bad on his Genji, but for the rest of the heroes, he was really good.
Well, that's good. Do you guys have any questions, Destrider Axios?
Trying to think of one. Oh yeah, what was your biggest roadblock? What was the biggest problem you faced?
I don't know. Like we don't have real support. Like we just got one, but Kintama is just a sub on our team. So that's the problem on our team. So we have a new support. We need to farm it on our team for get like good results, like on tournament and shit like that. So that's our biggest problem for now. But we're really good. I mean.
Yeah, you guys are very good. Well, thank you for
did you great. Yeah, thank you for doing the interview.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, we'll see you.
Yes, Joe.
All right, well, that'll be it for today's stream. We got a lot of one-sidedness for NTNS gaming, but it was still a closer game towards map 3, but we just didn't see a lot from Prospect SUA.
Yeah, Prospect did. It was pretty promising first point of Oasis, but then it just kind of fell apart after some switches came from NTNS.
Sadly,
you could
no.
say that NTNS did put a lot of training and it did come to work. So kind of proud for them right now.
Yeah, they did really good. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Next stream, not sure what we're gonna be doing. We'll look around some of the scheduling and then post it when
You stream our game.
They are.
They are? Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
fine.
well,
Don't stream our game, I mean. We're gonna lose.
we'll announce it whenever we can. So yeah, that'll be it. See you guys.
All right. Later.
Nobody said it'd be easy, but we took a train to the ceiling. And I'm high on all of my feelings. Don't wake me up from the stream. I bought a